welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much for clicking on this video and giving it a watch. If you are new here, I hope you decide to stick around and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the bell button, then you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and or leave a comment below. Words are hard today, because that way you tell YouTube that you're enjoying my content. You should do that for any of your favorite YouTubers, because it helps us out so much, and in turn YouTube helps us grow. Today for you I have a garage sale slash estate sale haul. Last week, no, it's at some point my husband and I went out to garage sales. The stuff's been kind of sitting here. It was not this past weekend, it was the weekend before, because we didn't have any kids and it was just fun to go around and hit up some sales. Hopefully we're going to do that this upcoming weekend too, because we don't have a super busy weekend. We always end up busy, but it's not like super busy, so we like to go looking for estate sales. And I want to share some of the finds with you. We may or may not get through a lot of it. Some of it's super exciting, I think, and some of it's a little less exciting. And so we're just going to go through it until I run out of time. That's kind of my thought. Some of it's for resale, because I do have an eBay business that I'm working on getting ready to start growing. My eBay store is listed down in the description box. So if anything is interesting to you that I say I'm going to resell, eventually it's going to be uploaded on there. I don't know when though. I'm working on my basement, turning it into a functional area to work out of. My goal is to start listing next week though, because I have a lot of stuff and I can't sell it if it's not listed. So some of this is for resale, some of it was for personal. I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? Personal or resale. So let me show you the very first super exciting find. This was probably the find of the entire weekend, and that is this vintage Lego box. The box itself doesn't have a lot of value, but it was full of Legos, and it was full of like sets. I have a bunch of bags over here because we went through, my oldest Braxton, my husband and I went through and we were like trying to find like the different sets that were already in there. One of the things we first saw was this catapult, which is super cool, and it's got two little guys. We found kind of how it goes, and it's a complete, we think it's pretty much complete from what we could find. And then this also was from like the same, not the same set, but like the same like grouping of them, and because they can kind of go together. On eBay, if I decide to list it, and all the Legos are if, because we are a Lego family and I really like Lego, so they're if we decide to list them. I was gonna list this for like close to $70. We got the whole bin of Legos for $5. And the lady, we went to this garage sale around 3 o'clock. Like it was like the end of the day, and super surprised that this was still there. And the lady that was selling it first said like, I don't know, $3, and my husband's like, I'll give you $5. And he didn't know exactly what was in it. He could just, the box was cool. I'm trying to find the coolest part. The box was cool and we were into that. So he's like, I'll give you $5, because he did see a lot of bennies in there, and bennies our kids are into. And bennies are the Spaceman Legos. And they're this many. And these Legos, a lot of them are vintage. Like there's stuff from the 70s in here. Like this is true vintage Lego. So we have a bunch of bennies. There was also a Benny with a little space thingy in there. We gave that to Braxton because when we were in Florida, there was one in a box and he wanted it, but Lorelai got it first. And he was like, oh man, I wanted that. But Lorelai got it first, and it is what it is. But there was one in this box, so we gave it to him so that way he has one too. That can sell on eBay for $17 to $30. So, and all this, because it's not like, you don't have the instructions and stuff like that, but there's all these bennies, which are just like the Spaceman Lego, but in the Lego movie, they were Benny. So that and the catapult is what caught my husband's eye. And so, but we didn't know what else was in here. There's this, it's a set of people that you could buy like in the 60s. It doesn't have a ton of value, but it's like a full set with their little accessories and everything. And I love Lego people. Like if you look at this cute little guy's face, like that is a true vintage Lego face. And again, we're a Lego family. So this was right up our alley. This was a little tractor bulldozer. I can't remember if this one was fully complete or not. And then we have a little mail truck, which I think was complete, because there's even the little mail guy in there. We have a whole set of police cars. One of them is not fully, it doesn't have the right wheels. It's done, but it has the wrong wheels on it. That's this one. And it doesn't have the right wheels in the box. And then there is this little race car. Because when we found them that like they were kind of complete, we bagged them up that way. This cute little construction set. because I don't want them to like get lost. These guys are from the 70s. This is the top of like Lego people, but you use regular bricks to make the rest of the body. And there was 2 of those in there. And then some other rando Lego people. And then we have this whole bag, and I know it has to make a house of some sort, but I can't find, I've been trying to like find like what pieces you use to like what house this turns into, because there's like the shutters and the tree. There's another shutter back here. There's doors. So I know it makes something. And there's like roof pieces, but I haven't been able to figure it out yet. So that was a really fun find. Mostly because we are a Lego family, so we got really excited about this one. So when we bagged them up, they don't all fit in here without like breaking them. So I have to be careful because I don't want to break them all up after we worked on restoring some of them. That was the find of the whole day. So I showed you my favorite first, but there was a lot of good finds this day, really. Also, okay, let me get this put down here so it doesn't get messed up, and these Legos safely back there. At that same sale, it was an amazing sale. They had all kinds of cool stuff. It started raining on us, otherwise we would have kept looking. My husband found this for me. It's a cute little gingerbread house ornament. It says it's made in China. I don't know anything really about it, but it's gingerbread, and then it's, oh, I need a little bit more. A little music box, and the little gingerbreads dance around the other gingerbread. This is for me. I'm keeping this because I love it so much. So my husband found that and said it's a gingerbread house. I said, oh my gosh, yes. So I got that for me for Christmas. We might hear it ding a couple times here and there. We found this for him. It may or may not end up on eBay, but it's not really a nutcracker. It's more a toy soldier, but like this cute little candle. And it's very vintage. There's some on eBay, but the wrapper is intact in the ones in eBay, but still cute. I don't remember how much the eBay ones were, but he was super cute. We found this Elmo in a box ornament. I love Sesame Street. That's something you'll, if you go to my store, once I get it up and going, you'll find that I will pick up Sesame Street stuff, especially vintage Sesame Street stuff, because I used to love that show when I was a kid. And this was from the 90s. I mean, it's not a huge money maker or anything, but it was so cute. And then I think what's left in this box are all little people. I have, nope, there's one vintage Cookie Monster, which is so cute. He's also from the 90s, I think. Where is it? Maybe it doesn't say. But I did a Google search. He has a little bit of value for what he is, and then the rest of them are little people. Some of them are more valuable than others, and I like to collect little people. They were 50 cents each for the little people, and I like to collect them, and then I will put them in lots for people who like little people. For people who like little people, and it helps like finish out like if they're missing, you know, like lost the guys but they have the set and stuff like that. I won't really buy the sets, but I like the people because it'll help. There's more from that sale, but this was from a different sale right up the street. It was, I think, the only thing really we picked up. But it's a set of cassette tapes, brand new, made in Japan, still like in the wrapper. I don't know if I did my research correctly, but this, I think I got it for $1 or $2, and it can go over $100 if I did my research correctly, but I also just did really fast. Worst case, I mean, I'm going to make a little bit of money on it. This is 100% for resale because I don't have anything to do with cassettes anymore. But people love them, so if you can find them before they go in the trash or to the thrift store, why the heck not? I want to find more from that first garage sale. So that's back here and here. This is not. This is from an estate sale. It is a very cool cooler. It's a GOAT, G-O-T-T, tote 6. Very good shape. So that's a cooler. And then these were in 2 different spots in this estate sale. This is a GOAT, G-O-T-T cooler caddy, and it shows that exact cooler sitting in it. And one, I saw it and I thought my husband wanted it because we have vintage cars. So what you do is you wrap your seatbelt around this because a lot of vintage cars don't have consoles. And then you can put your drinks in here, you know, whatever you need in there, and you kind of have a console, and then you can even do, and you could do whatever in here or use it for the cooler. And then we had on this outside. Here's the front of it. And so he went back out the cooler, realized it fits, and so we picked them both up. I think it was under $10 for the two together. I can't remember the exact prices they gave, but it was like $7-ish, I think, for the two pieces. And this is selling for over $100 on eBay as a set because they're cool and vintage. I thought my husband wanted it because we have vintage cars. He did say though our car we have, our Cornet, doesn't have seat belts, so he couldn't actually use it. He said he picked it up from my eBay store. I thought it was for us, but still super cool. Also at that estate sale, we found some cool toys. My bags are all over the place. We got a Super Soaker. I think it was $4, like an old school Super Soaker. It doesn't have a ton of value. I don't have it. It won't be a big, huge return on our investment, but it wasn't priced, so we took it upstairs, and then I just said, sure. I want to find the cute. Yeah. Also, this one, I think it was $5 or $6, but it's a cute little Cabbage Patch set, like new in box. It's the Health and Beauty Play Pack. The toothpaste is AIM toothpaste. You get the little bib that says Cabbage Patch Kids, the little sponge. Oh my gosh, this one brought back memories because I was a Cabbage Patch kiddo. There's all kinds of different play packs too, but this is the only one they had there. And I picked that up. I like to resell things that make me happy, and stuff like that makes me happy. So we picked that up. All right, let's go back to more toys, because toys, I like vintage toys. They make me happy. That's what I pick up, or even current toys. I also want to get a booth. I'm hoping to get one, and all this vintage Christmas like type stuff I feel like would go really good in a booth. There's this is a golden book, and it's an advent calendar. This was listed on eBay all over the place, from like $10 all the way upwards to like $50, and I think it depends on condition. I don't know, but there was not really any sold, so it's not going to be like a big seller or anything. It was $1 or under, I can't remember, but I thought it would go really good in a booth because I have a bunch of little golden books that I think would go well in a booth. I picked up some random stuffies. There's more down in there too, because they just, again, brought me joy, and this would be good in a booth. So first we have Marvin the Martian, little Christmas new with tags. Not a huge profit type of thing, but so cute. Does it say? No, I thought it said lights up. Light up the season, but I don't think he lights up. He's just full of like beans. But I got him. I like vintage Christmas. I like toys. I got Ziggy. They ended up just giving us a bulk price, so I don't know exactly how much everything was. I think we spent, maybe it was 20 or 25, and we had a good amount of stuff, so I was not sad about the price at all. I found this vintage Christmas rug, which is really cute, really thin, really cute. I have to keep watching the time because I have to leave in a half hour. So I got that rug. There's more underneath here. I found a light up Mickey, which does light up. They tore the box a little bit showing me because there's a light in there, and they checked it and it lights up. But it's Mickey Limited, lights up. He just put a little light in there, and he's the plastic that lights up. Not a huge value, but super cute, made me happy. These were one of the things that was these are super cute. They look unique. They were 50 cents each, and they have value. They're from like the 60s or 70s, and there was a name for them when I looked them up. I don't remember what it is now, but how cute are they? They're the only two they have, but there's pictures that are this, and they were like little mug style cups that were this. They're just really cute. So of course we had to pick those up. I didn't even look them up when I was there. I was just like, those are cute, and that's the style of stuff I like. I picked him up. He is a baby Ganga, and I remembered that I thought these had some value. They do. It's a Russ brand little gorilla that will suck his thumb, maybe, if his arms are long enough. And so I thought he was cute. There's some that hold bananas. They have more value if you ever find those. I found these, and I thought of Lorelei because she's been really into Snoopy lately, but they were sitting on someone's shelf. They need to be cleaned up because they're dusty, but it's Snoopy and Snoopy's sister. little figurines. They're hard plastic. I mean, they'll probably go on eBay because, I mean, they don't have a ton of value, but Lorelai doesn't have a reason. Mickey, or not Mickey, Snoopy's sister's underpants don't have elastic anymore, so they want to fall down. But super cute. I didn't even know Snoopy had a sister. The things you learn. And then Cameron got, alright, I need to get this out. First, this is a loom by Fisher Price. I think I'm missing some pieces on it though. But this is a whole loom. It was 50 cents. There was a sticker on it at some point. But it was 50 cents. The dogs are over there, so we'll borrow their bed. And then these were $1 each. But they're the sets, there's the price tag, that go into the loom. I think I'm missing, like, there's a comb thing and there's like pieces. But this also says it comes with what you need. But this one makes a pillow. And then there was another one, and it makes a wall thingy. What do they call it? Wall organizer. So I need to make sure that all the pieces are in there and what I have versus what I don't have. But I was going to sell that all together, but I want to do that in a booth. And then my husband talked about liking nutcrackers, and so the gentleman that was there, this was a multi-family garage, so there's like a lot of stuff and a lot of people, but we don't know anything about what these actually are. They're nothing, I don't think, but just some different color shiny nutcracker ornaments. So I always talk about getting a nutcracker tree. My husband tells me no more trees because I do a bunch. We'll see if I listen this year. So he got the 4, and they're all in a different sequenced outfit. That would be cute on a nutcracker tree. He tells me not to do a lot of things, and I just do them anyway, such as go on trips. All right, that's that bag, except for then some cups. This was all 3 of them were either a quarter or 50 cents. We got Mickey. These are from Walt Disney World, 1990 and 1988. And then we have an old Olive Garden cup as well. So those were cute too. All right, let's move on and go quickly. I got a bunch of cleaning stuff. There is someone I watch. Her name is Tuition Ain't Cheap, I think is her name. And she sells old cleaning products, and they make a killing on eBay. And a lot of these were marked on there, which drives me crazy. So I have to figure out if I can get that off or what I can do. But these are Blade Made ceiling fan cleaners. It was 25% off day, so this was $3. But I can't remember what the profit margin was, but it was enough that I scooped it up. I got that for old cleaners. I got some Zap, and I have more that I've picked up either at other estate sales and stuff. This wasn't an old cleaner, but it's an old CD link. So it's the cassette tape that you put in the thing, and then you can listen to your CDs. So I thought that was cool. This is some other type of cleaner, Lysol Power Tap. It was $3, but 25% off. And they don't even have to be full when you sell them, and stuff will sell. And then there was these old badges. Hello, my name is. They were $1. These I might keep for me. Couldn't decide, but for 75 cents, I couldn't pass them up. We got those at that sale. This one they did tape, which was nice. Some of the stuff though, there was a lot of stuff at this sale that was really cool, but they ruined it by, like, there was old like Crayola crowns and stuff, but it was just ruined because they marked on the item. Also picked up this Silk Bright. I couldn't find a comparable for any of it, but it helps clean your silk flowers, which I thought was cool. And who knew that there was money in vintage cleaners? And then old Resolve stuff. This is some of the stuff my husband picked up. He got some nickel plated washers and some washers. He said that some of those would be good for his cars. This is a little thing of like old books. So it was $4. It was $3 because it was 25% off. But we have Pinocchio. We have a paper doll. Oh, there's 2 of those, 3 of those. Oh, I didn't even pay attention. We have fun with the Wild West stencils. They really are stencils in there. We have another paper doll book. I wonder if Pinocchio's paper doll. Another, does that one say paper ball? Yep, paper doll book. I didn't even pay attention. Paper doll book. Paper doll book. I mean, I'm going to put them as a set. No, this one, Pinocchio, I only paid attention to Pinocchio on the front. And that one's like a storybook. So, the person whose house this was really loved dolls. There was a lot of doll stuff. That one was the estate sale. We found, that was the card, a little Daffy figurine. I got 2 of these, and I got them because they make me think of Eric, but they are bears dressed up kind of like as the cat. I don't know if it's a bank, but the cat, you know, that does this. I got him a Lego of that, and they were new with tags, and they're, see, cute little dressed up as, bears dressed up as the cat. I couldn't really find anything on a quick search while I was there, so I'm going to do more research on those. If not, I think Eric would really like them. There is this $2 bag of pens, and there is a highlighter that's, what's his name? Dilbert in there, which I thought was really fun. And then there was a Play-Doh stick thing, and there was Ronald McDonald. The rest of it I was like, whatever. But I got it for Ronald McDonald and Dilbert. And then they had separately the Ronald McDonald. And they have a necklace, and you're supposed to be able to stick a pin in there, and it holds a pin. Neither of them had the pin. They just had the Ronald McDonald. But I did find those on eBay, so I scooped that up for fun. Because, like I said, vintagey toys like that make me happy. What else is in here? Oh, there's this super cute, and again, this lady was into dolls, but it's a little composition notebook with a little pencil next to it. Just really cute and vintagey. They have these Altoids tins, a bunch of them, and Lorelai's been talking about making like a little doll setup or like little animal setup like thing in there. She's seen on Etsy. So we picked that up in case she wants it for that. We picked up this thing of pens. And there's Snoopy in there, but they're MetLife, and there's McDonald's in there, and there was a couple other ones. Let's see. I think the gentleman whose stuff this was worked for MetLife, but I picked it up because of this McDonald's one. And then there was also like Snoopy with MetLife. This is one that you were able to totally see. It was Snoopy with MetLife. And Love an Engineer. He was an engineer, I believe. Get Met, It Pays. And then that one. And then there's a bunch of thumbtacks in there too, which we can use thumbtacks. And that was $5, but 25% off. I picked this up because he's so darn cute. It's a little turtle. I don't know how much he was, but he's from Stone Critters. Had some value. What else? What else? Rocket pens. I think we got, oh, they're actual pens. I think we got that for Eric. It was $2, but the percent off. And then this, hip clips. It's Destiny's Child. Little, like, I don't know exactly anything about it, but super cute. This is a whole bunch of paper dolls, which I don't know a lot about paper doll books, but I think the price was pretty low. And these are like, well, it's mostly like empty pages. And I don't know anything about paper dolls, so is it supposed to mostly be, it's got like some outfits, but then do you like draw your own, I don't know what exactly this means. It's like plate number 2, and then it looks like this, but then there's a lot of like, no, this one's more. I don't know. I don't know anything about paper dolls, but they're Tom Turney, and I have to even look them up because I have no idea. All right. There's that one. I think we're getting close. 1, because I believe, and 2, because I'm almost going to show all the stuff. This is where the MetLife t-shirts. I got a bunch of different t-shirts. Well, they're the same, but they're MetLife and Snoopy. And I think they're all extra larges, and I think they have some value on eBay, and if they don't, I know someone who loves Snoopy, so I think that they'll be just fine either way. I found this old Kleenex box. Uh-oh, it's starting to rip open. Found some comps that were good deals, and it was 75 cents. I want to be careful with that because I don't want it to pop open. Got another Snoopy in a bag. He's wearing a little leather jacket that says MetLife on it, but he was really cute. I got Raggedy Andy stories. They didn't have Raggedy Ann's to go with it, unfortunately, but I like vintage books. My husband picked this one up. It is Micro Machines Stock Car Superstars, and it was Richard Petty. He got that for his little collection. It was $10, but 25% off, so $7.50. He also picked this up. It's a toolbox of stuff. It was $10. I don't know exactly what it all is or what he's going to do with it, but it was for him and stuff he was going to use. And I think we're to the end because it looks like that I probably showed all that. This is Walt Disney World. It's like a button badge thing, and it was $1, so 75 cents. 2004, and it's supposed to light up. I can't remember. Oh, but it still even does. It's supposed to make a sound too. The dogs hear it because it's high frequency. So we got that. This cute little boat ornament. And these are hand blasters. It was 50 cents plus 25% off. They don't spark really anymore, but they're supposed to be able to pound them together and they spark. They kind of lost a lot of their spark. And that would pretty much be it. There was some other cleaners, I think, that came out of this and some stuff that my husband had scooped up that he's already put away. But in general, that was this entire haul. A lot of it was for resale. I can't wait to get going on that. So I'm going to package this up so I can get it down to the basement and start listing stuff. But thank you so much for spending your time with me looking at our garage sale and estate sale finds. Literally most of it was for resale because we didn't find a lot that we wanted. But I always, well, my husband did find a bunch of stuff, but not that's here. He took it already. All right, I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I can't wait until I see you in the next video. It should be a Dollar Tree haul on Saturday, unless it's that or me and Lorelai do a school supply haul. We might do that and put that for Saturday because I don't have time to record another haul today. So thank you again for spending your time with me. I can't wait until I see you in the next video. Bye, guys.